We are landing in the moon. Yeah.
Wow, okay.
We flying up in this bitch. Lunar landing on this bitch.
Wow. K-pop to the maximum.
Eat it. Beat it.
Let's
play.
Okay, eat it. Eat it where the fucking Korean barbecue place.
Yeah, keep a Korean barbecue.
Put that meat on the grill, let it sizzle just a little bit so it can get drizzle.
Oh yeah, make your water dribble. Welcome back to another episode of On a Mental Note, a coffee table style podcast where we'll discuss on how to change, grow, and evolve your mind. Today, me and Crail
We're gonna be discussing holding grudges. So sit back,
grab a coffee or a drink and enjoy this show, bro.
bro. We're doing it live.
Damn, bro. Fucking, shit, dude. Damn. How many takes to fucking...
Your ass wanted a camera in here and shit.
Hey, bro, it's all right, man.
I see you got a nice shirt on.
Yeah, dude.
Combed your hair for the first time.
I put grease.
You did?
Grease lightning.
I
Woo!
don't know.
Yeah, boy.
Man, you went and got an outfit just for this show?
Yeah, dude. Holding grudges.
Man, I hold them all the time.
Why?
I'll tell you one grudge I hold. Fuck, I can't even stop. I got fucking neighbors, got dogs that bark. I hold a grudge and those fucking dogs all the time. Barking.
Like you said before, those dogs are doing their job.
Kinda.
Their job.
Nah, to be annoying?
Yeah.
I think
They live rent free.
I know, but like imagine just barking all the time.
Yeah.
I think my throat would hurt.
What if he sees something? Imagine if he sees something out there and then it's like
a spider?
No, some fucking ghost and shit, just teasing him and shit. And you're like, rah, 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 rah.
And then we're making fun of him. It's like a ghost from the grapefruit tree.
Yeah, dude.
See, you know
it's that possum ghost that freaking Einstein murdered, bro.
I seen a baby possum here yesterday.
Woo!
He was walking. I seen it. He's walking.
Oh, yeah?
Einstein was barking at him. I was like, oh shit.
Oh no,
a little baby possum.
Yeah, baby possum.
Yeah, holding grudges, man.
Holding grudges.
I hold grudges.
Why? Why do you hold grudges, man?
Because I can. I feel like it gives me.
Everybody.
I feel like it gives me power. Actually, I'm not gonna. What the hell?
Power Rangers. Zordon is calling
it's
you.
morphin' time.
Yeah, boy.
There's like a TikTok or something where some guy's like, they catch my fade. Then I don't know what it says. Have you seen it?
Catch me outside.
No, it's like the Power Rangers thing.
Oh yeah,
run your fade, bitch ass.
Run your face, bitch ass.
Yeah, yeah. And then he's like, what? I don't know. But I hold grudges, and I've gotten better over time. I'm not holding grudges, but I think it's required me to do certain things, like either, I hate to say it, but like delete people or not follow people or cut them off.
Yeah.
Right? Because then if we're always talking about rent free, they live rent free in your head. But if you don't allow them to be in your head, then you never think about it. So it's good.
Yeah. For me, grudges is basically like it's garbage. It's literally garbage.
It's not garbage, bro.
Yeah, you hold on to them and it gets like heavy, and then it lives rent free and it takes up space in your head.
You had one? You had a grudge that you felt was that way?
I used to hold grudges, but I noticed that it took over me sometimes, and then like it literally like takes over a space in my head or throughout my body.
So you don't hold no grudges right now?
No, not at all.
Yeah, you do.
What, with the puppy?
What puppy?
The freaking wiener dog outside, bro.
Wiener dog.
No, but like I'm saying, the analogy of grudges are pretty much just garbage is like, so for example, if I have a grudge and then I just let that person live rent free inside my head, there's room in there, so it's taking up space. But when I forgive them and just let it go, it leaves more space to like open, so that it'll like other stuff in life can come for me.
What do you think, though? Here's just a thought. Okay, so I think sometimes we try to make grudges about people, and sometimes I don't think they're about people. Sometimes they're about places, events, or situations.
Give me an example.
So let's say you went somewhere and something bad happened, and you hold a grudge against that place. And then a great example. Let's make it easy. Like a restaurant. You go to a restaurant, they give you shitty service, and then you're like, I don't want to go to that place because you have a bad recollection of what happened there.
Yeah.
Or if you go somewhere and eat, you get food poisoning, you're gonna go back.
No.
Right? That's a grudge. So how come that's okay?
Not really. I think
Why
it's
not?
more of a lesson learned type of thing.
But so is a grudge. Like if someone like
Well, grudges is more like, okay, this emotion is gonna take over my life, and then I'm gonna try to find ways on creating a revenge to actually get back to a person, place, or some type of establishment, whatever. And
I'm gonna look up this word.
okay, look up the word grudge, bruh.
Okay, what do you think it is? Let me get your what you think the definition is.
So the definition of a grudge is a concept of hate and anger that you hold on to based upon an experience, a moment, a time in the past.
Wow, you've got all you needed in that definition was a little parentheses and an N.
What's the end?
You read the dictionary. They're like noun.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's being sarcastic, bro. That's called sarcasm.
What a dick.
So
what does it say?
But see, I feel like a grudge. I think we put it on people, but I think it can be for anything. At least my opinion. But
Yeah.
I'll read you the definition.
Okay.
Noun. Noun. A persistent feeling of ill will or resentment resulting from a past insult or injury.
Resentment. Yeah.
Okay. Resulting from a past insult or injury. Okay. The next one is a verb. Be resentfully unwilling to give, grant, or allow something.
Yeah, it hinders you from growth.
I think it does.
Yeah,
It can, or it can push you to grow. Like, so, I could say, like, let's say I had a grudge against being poor.
Yeah.
Right. But that pushes you to like, fuck, I got to work hard. And I think sometimes like, if it's somebody does that to you, it pushes you to either grow or not. Right.
But who are you proving though?
I think most of the stuff you do it for yourself.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Right. Now, of course, we live in a time where social media is out there and everyone else is out there. So I think sometimes you have to prove to other people. Like most social media, I think is. Are we done?
No, bro. Sorry.
I think most social media is done to prove to other people, right? Most of I'm not gonna say most of the stuff you see is somebody showing everyone else what they're doing.
Yeah. They're just saying, "Oh, this is what's going on in my life. My life is lavish. My life is this."
Yeah.
Trying to show off and make those haters hate me more.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, because it's a form of attention, right? When people hate you, like it's a form of attention, and some people like that.
Yeah, but I think the major thing on grudges is I think most of the time they're places that are like not a person, and then I think the person consumes us more because. Or if you see them a lot, but a person consumes us more because they're an actual thing that can reply back.
Yeah,
like you can't have a grudge against this door because the door doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, unless you break it down.
Yeah, but then you beat the door up, right?
Yeah. But it's an inanimate object. It's not gonna, reply back.
Yeah,
with the same type of emotion.
I was gonna say a car, but then I was gonna go like, oh fuck no! I watched that movie Christine. You ever see that movie?
No, I haven't.
No.
Fuck,
you gotta watch it. It's bad. It's old school though.
Is it Christine or Carrie?
No, it's Christine.
Oh,
and it's like a 50. I think I don't want to quote. I want to say it's a 55 Bel Air, and the car's possessed, and then he gets jealous of the guy. So like he's on a date with some chick, and then like starts fucking up the chick, like runs her over and shit.
One thing about grudges though is that what I see it as too is that you know how like
1983.
Damn, that's old, bro.
Yeah, right around your birthday, bro.
I'm a vampire. But like it's so for example, one example I could give is how close is your nose to your mouth?
I've seen that guy say this.
Yeah. So like
This close.
yeah, exactly. It's that close, right?
Peace.
But how often does how does your nose know that you have bad breath? You don't.
Yeah, dude, with the fucking mask.
Well, like you don't unless someone says it to you. So therefore, we point out people's flaws and people's things that's wrong with them and people's things that what they do to us instead of looking at a reflection.
Okay.
So everything from like for me, like the reason.
But how's that for a grudge? How are you tying the two?
So what I'm tying it to is that we see the imperfections of other people easily. Therefore, when they actually react to whatever we do, or they trespass against us, we're easily to point it out. Like, hey, you did this to me. You did this to me. You did this to me, right? But we don't take ownership of what we did to them. Even though it's something minor.
Well, I think
it's a reaction.
That can be true. I think some people do take ownership and some people don't.
Yeah.
I mean, some people apologize and some people don't. And I think one of the steps for you to not hold a grudge is for you to like admit your fault or your play in the situation. You may have 10% or 0% or 100%. It just depends. But I think you have to take ownership of that too.
Yeah.
But that helps you. That helps it helps resolve any internal conflict you have doing that.
Definitely. When you actually like forgive them for that, and not only like you take ownership of whatever you have done, it kind of alleviates the weight that you're carrying, the garbage that you carry.
Yeah, but you can be the source of it too, I think.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Like if you meet assholes everywhere, just like they said, if you meet assholes everywhere, you might be an asshole.
Yeah.
So like you gotta look
that's a weird analogy, but
no, but like if you look around and then people are reacting a certain way and then you see it consecutively, even though when you go to a new place you don't know nobody, but people are reacting the same way, maybe it's time for you to look at your reflection.
Yeah, well, I don't think we do that enough.
We don't do that enough. We're easily like I said, the same thing as the stinky breath analogy.
Yeah.
We're easily we point out other people's flaws.
Yeah, I don't know. In that situation, I always feel like you kill them with kindness, right?
Yeah, well,
but you have to be a kind person.
Yeah, of course, but you don't want to be a doormat,
No, I just, I mean, I get that too. I just think if you have a grudge, it's for a reason, usually.
Yeah, like you said, forgive, but don't forget what they did.
Yeah,
I mean, it's cool that you forgive, because forgiveness is basically for you. It's the freedom for you so that you can move forward, in your life, because everything that happened in the past, it's a past for a reason. You're just there to reflect. It's like the same thing as when you're driving a car. You look behind you. That's it. You don't fucking drive behind you.
What?
You look at the rear view mirror. That's it, dude.
No way. When you drive a car?
No, when you drive a car, you're going forward.
You gotta look forward, bro.
I know, bro. But
bro, right now, all the Asian stereotypes are fucking coming to light, bro. People are gonna be like,
bro.
People are gonna be like, that's why.
Yeah.
That's why a Tesla diesel got a big ass crack in the window.
But like, for you to move forward, you have to know what's behind you too, right?
Okay.
So for you to change lane, you have to look behind you too.
No, you gotta look to the side, bro.
That's behind you too. Come on, bro.
No,
but
bro.
like you said, I like your.
Why you getting all mad, bro? Why you getting all mad?
Like your analogy of.
Why you trying to hold the grudge over there?
like you said, the part where you cut people off, you create boundaries for yourself because you're.
You know why I cut
yourself.
him off? You know why I cut him off?
Why?
Because I didn't look behind me when I changed lanes.
Damn, boy.
I just fucking sit.
I mean, like not everybody is for you. You know, you can't please everybody.
No.
You know, and I'm not gonna say sorry for being who I am. You know, like I do what the things I want to do, and if it offends you, dude, you know, I'm not gonna apologize.
You
for
won't
that.
apologize if you offend someone?
Well, I'll take ownership of the part, but I will ask them like, why did it offended you?
Yeah. Well, I
Okay,
guess, you know, there's
know?
a lot of people get offended for anything.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
But for you to protect yourself, you know, to create that part where, like, you know, self-care.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
create boundaries. You know, you have to, like, block out those toxic people. Those people who causes hindrance in your life. Those people who continually try to bring you down, like the crab in the bucket.
The crab in the bucket. You know, someone else told me that analogy, and I thought it was really good. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead and tell the people
Tell the people.
how you got crabs in your bucket?
I only got crabs in my pants. Need to get checked.
Okay, SpongeBob.
All right. So the crab in a bucket is basically like those fishermen who catches crabs. They put in a bucket, but there's usually a crab tries to crawl out, and majority of the time the other crabs will try to crawl out too. So whoever gets on top, they'll bring him down.
Yeah.
So they'll never go up. So they're just continuously, whoever goes up, they'll bring him down again
Yeah.
or rip their leg off. You know.
It's rather interesting when you actually see it.
Yeah. I mean, I grew up in the island and we used to catch crabs all the
Wait,
time.
what? You grew up on an island?
What? I'm an island boy.
I mean, no, fuck.
Nah, bruh. Don't do that.
Up a hook. You see that other one they did for Dana White? Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Bro.
Oh, my
and then
God.
Dana White reshares it, dude.
Hey, they got popular off of that. I mean, good for them. You know, I mean, like it's ridiculously, you know, but I mean,
don't
I
hold
guess,
the grudge against them, bro, because
Nah,
they did
bro,
it
I
better.
actually like them.
You do?
You know? Yeah.
All right, show's over, guys. Thanks.
Nah, but not like, you know, like I actually like, oh, you know, good for them. Like, you know, good for them that they have something, you know, in their own plate.
You know, it's weird. Everyone makes fun of them, but the more people make fun of them, the more viewers they get, the more they're getting paid.
Exactly.
Right?
So, like, you know, like they hate them because they're like, you know, they look different.
Yeah.
And they sound different, they talk different, but at the same time, they're just being themselves. You know, I mean, it for other people they are annoying, but for other people they're entertaining.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like they just do what they do.
And you know, I think there's a, like, when I look at all the videos of people making fun of them, they're all older people than them. They look very young. I don't know how they are, right?
Yeah, probably they're like kids, bro.
Yeah. So, but they got a lot of tattoos for being so young.
Yeah, dude, over 18.
You think they're old? What?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Yeah.
over 18. What, tattoos?
No, over 18, like in
Years
order
old.
for you to- yeah.
Oh, okay. I was
yeah.
like, yeah, I'm saying they got over 18 tattoos for sure. Yeah. So I found a I don't even know this fucking Psych Central. Here's 8 tips to stop holding a grudge.
Okay, go.
Okay. Number 1, similar to what you said, it says acknowledge the problem.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, acknowledging the problem is a part of taking ownership.
Yeah, I think it also helps you figure out what it is that's bothering you.
Yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
you have to take a deep look inside to do that, right?
Yeah, you have to do self-reflection, like, oh, what did I do wrong? And, you know, try not to assume things. Okay, what's number 2?
Number 2, sharing your feelings.
Yeah.
Just don't share about your crabs in your pants.
Yay.
But I think sharing. Let me see what it says here. Without being judgmental about yourself or another, clarify your feelings on the situation. That's pretty
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah. And what's crazy is that, especially for us guys, that we don't do that.
Well, we talk about this all the time, right? We don't
Yeah.
give each other compliments. We think it's like
think it's weird.
non-masculine to share your feelings,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. We
Or they'll
see
call
it.
you like emotional. Oh, what are you emotional, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And like when you disregard it that way, it kind of shuts the person. Like when you say like, "Oh, you're too soft, bro."
Yeah.
Like for me, being a person who's authentically connected to their emotions, I think that makes you strong because it shows that you're vulnerable, but at the same time, you take ownership of that vulnerability. Therefore, you can't be,
Well,
hurt.
I mean, it's almost like being kind or compassionate. Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think there's anything wrong with that, right?
I don't think so.
It doesn't mean you can't be a fucking savage 1 minute and be nice, right? But like, I mean, I feel like that stuff goes a long way just in life, right?
I think empathy is one of the keys to actually succeed in life. You know, when you actually empathize with people who are hurting, people who have problems, you know, you see yourself in them. That's why I always say, like, you see a reflection. I always see a reflection. Oh, I could see myself in their shoes. So, like, I would try to help them out because, you know, I see myself in them.
Yeah, or even that, like, I think it's more like you see everyone as equal, right? Like that Muhammad Ali quote where he says, like, he's
Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
like a butter stick.
Damn.
Butter stick on a tortilla. No, with some sugar, please. No, like he says, I never trust a man who treats the waiter, or, you know, some about treating the waiter bad.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Right, because they think they're better, right?
I remember it was so crazy because this was during my dating phase. I looked up how to judge a character, you know. So one of the tips in there was to bring the person on a date to a restaurant and then judge them based upon how they treat the waiter or waitress. That's how I see them.
Did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
What happened?
I mean, you know, some girls are different, and, you know, like, I guess that's just them, and I see it as that, and that's it. You know,
I don't understand that.
why?
No, like people that are rude to other people.
Yeah,
like
I know.
regardless of like your socioeconomic status, like I don't get it. You know,
everybody got a job to do. They have to, you know, pay the bills, put food on their table. You know?
That quote from Ali says, "I don't trust anyone who is nice to me but rude to the waiter."
Oh yeah,
because they would treat me the same way if I were in that position.
Exactly.
Right? It's fairly true.
It's the same thing as be careful of someone who talks so much about other people, because in the other side of that door, they're talking about you.
Dude, I went through that shit personally, and I fucking agree 100%.
Yeah.
I used to be the person on the side listening to that person talk shit about other people, and then like
next thing you know, they talk shit about you.
Yeah. And then you got to sit there and be like, fuck,
Like,
okay.
damn, Crail got thick ass freaking glasses.
Fuck, I don't give a fuck.
He got bifocals.
Yeah. Crail also got some hammer fist from Thor.
And one thing about Grudges too, I learned this when I was forgot where I learned this, but Grudges is like poison. It's like you drink a poison and expecting the other person to die.
Wow. Is it garbage or poison?
Both.
Okay,
same thing. You know, if you try to drink a garbage juice, I don't think that's good. Garbage juice.
Look at this. Number three.
Switch
places. I'll read you what it says here. It says to get a better understanding of the other person, try putting yourself in their shoes.
Yeah.
This will give you a better understanding of their point of view and behavior. Maybe in person, question them. Maybe the person in question was in a lot of pain. Yeah, it goes on and on. But
yeah, it's like that quote. I learned something from a kid where the kid actually said, "Oh, you know, like I don't fully agree with your point of view, but I do respect it." You know, and that shows a lot. You know, yeah, you know, it's crazy. Like people, once you say like you disagree with them, you have to be full on. You can't say like, "Oh, I disagree with you."
I think that's just society we're in now, where where you can't have a difference of opinion.
Yeah, exactly. It's your perspective and it's my perspective, and you know that's the only perspective we got.
Well, since you're on your topic of nose and mouth,
yeah,
right. I always say like you have 2 ears and one mouth, so you should listen twice as much as you speak.
And then you know, like it's a reflection too. Yeah.
What?
Like, you know, it's a reflection of you, you know,
don't
like
beat the mic. Don't hold a grudge against the mic, bro.
Talking about Muhammad Ali and shit. But like, I think I've heard this somewhere. You can't see your reflection in boiling hot water.
Okay. That's pretty good. I like that.
It's the same thing as, you know, you can't see the truth when you're angry.
Yeah.
So at that moment, like I like how you do it. You know, when you get that nasty email, you just step back and then you wait.
That's so important.
You wait. Yeah.
I do that for everything now. Like if I'm fired up, because some people will fire you up, right? And I'm just like, I'll wait, and then you'll realize, okay,
Okay,
It works so good.
Mm-hmm.
Because if not, boy, that pen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Yeah, and then it goes back and forth. Then you're tit for tat, and then no one wins, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Number
4.
Number 4.
Woo!
Accept what is. It says, choose to create your own healing with or without an apology. Don't wait for the person you are upset with to come around. For all you know, they are already past the issue and not putting as much thought into it.
Yeah.
Even if they don't offer an apology, it doesn't mean they are not remorseful. Mm-hmm. Some people are unable to apologize or may not fully understand the person that they hurt and may need to hear one. Mm-hmm. I think that's true.
Yeah.
I think if, like you said, if you're compassionate and you're apologetic, someone else may not be, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay if because they're not you. You know, always think about that. Like, if they crossed you or they did something wrong to you, and then they ask you, oh, what's wrong? Like, you're out of character. I hate that. Like, oh, Jeff, why are you so quiet? I'm like, really? You just did that shit a moment ago, and then you don't.
Dude, who did this to you?
No, like I'm just saying, like, in
that
general.
Girl you
like,
took to the restaurant.
But like, it's I always look at it in a way where, like, oh, if I act out of character, there's a reason why. And then, if you ask me, okay, I'll explain. But if you don't, okay, I'll move on. But don't expect me to actually be the same person as before.
So
yeah,
deep.
it's a form of grudge, but at the same time, it's I'm protecting myself.
But I think that's what grudges do, though.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I think you hold the grudge to protect yourself.
Yeah, but
because if you didn't hold a grudge, you just want to go kick someone's ass.
Yeah. You just want to solve it right then and there.
Yeah.
And then usually it's not gonna end well.
See, I want to feel that grudges are okay to have, but you have to have a timeline for them.
Oh, definitely. Like, I like how you said it before. Honor your emotions.
I said that shit? Fuck.
Yeah, I think
Damn, sometimes I say some good shit.
Yeah, exactly. But so, like, for me, the way I see it is that emotions are like travelers. I'm gonna go in the metaphysical world again. God,
here we go.
Yeah,
the
bro.
Garbage
Dude,
juice. And
I should freaking bring my crystal, bro. But like, honor your emotions as if they're like little people. As in, like, they actually matter to you. So when you honor that, when you say, okay, I'm feeling this way because this what happened, but at the same time, I'm not gonna hold on to that because it's not me.
You know what works really good though? I feel
what
if you got a book and you wrote that shit down.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Right?
Yeah,
like if you, I feel like if you, like I think you had posted it the other day. I think you probably posted it on our page.
Yeah.
What's our Instagram page handle?
On a mental note _podcast.
Yeah. Okay. But I feel like if you want to grow, you read, and if you want clarity, you write. Is that what it said?
It says if you're overthinking, write.
If you're
underthinking, read.
Okay, perfect. Right.
Yeah.
So I feel like a good piece of advice is if you're holding grudge, like, write down somewhere why you have those grudges. Like, maybe in bullet points. Like, man, oh, this happened, and then, like, let it sit for a day.
Yeah.
And then when you're not thinking about your grudge, go back and read it. And sometimes you'll be like, oh, that's fucking silly.
Yeah.
Right?
And then you look back in hindsight, what the stupid.
Yeah, stupid, right? Like, what the fuck, for $20?
Wasting my time on this,
for $20 or something crazy, right?
So, like I'm getting to where grudges actually robs you from happiness. It takes away the happiness in the moment because you're constantly thinking back, saying like, oh, this person fucked up, or this person did this to me,
Yeah. I think it's our protective layer.
Yeah,
right?
I think so. Yeah. It it's a shield.
Yeah, that reads us right to number 4. It says, accept what is. Did I say that one already?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, number 5, don't dwell on it.
Yeah. Dwelling on it actually takes away time, and then not only that, it takes away from your current present moment.
Oh, I like this one sentence. It says, once you've decided to move on, keep on moving.
Yes.
That's pretty good, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't put too much thoughts into situations or continuously discuss it. It would only make things worse and harder to get over. If ever the issue is brought up in conversation, change the subject or just look as it was in the past and leave it there.
Yeah, because that's where it belongs. Is in the past. That it doesn't matter anymore. The only thing you could do is learn from it, right?
I think that's great, but I mean, I honestly feel like you should write that shit down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and
I think that's good for all trauma, really.
Everything. Yeah.
Like even like there's a lot of traumas we don't discuss with people, right? Mm-hmm. We know they're stuck in there. Mm-hmm. Like one thing I always say, like when we say I don't know, I always feel like we know, we just don't want to say it.
Yes.
Right, but I think if you write them down somewhere, and then read them back later, they help you out, or just kind of, I think it's a better option than venting on social media.
Yeah.
Right.
Don't share everything in social media because they'll use that against you, unless you own it and say like, hey, like one thing I like about certain celebrities is that they actually own the stuff that they used to do. Like
like what?
For example, like they pissed off someone or they did something wrong in the past, and then
who? Do you have one example? Like an example that you can think of?
I can't really think of an example, but for people who are
like
famous,
an entanglement, like Jada Pinkett.
Like people who takes ownership of the faults that they did. Because in life you will piss off people and then you will hurt people, and the same goes around for you. Mm-hmm. People will hurt you and then you hurt other. So it's like a back and forth thing, and
But should it be that way?
Yeah, I think it gives it the concept of duality. I'm gonna go in the metaphysical world again.
Here we go. Get the crystals.
Where it's a concept of duality. Without the other won't exist, right? Without the positive or without the negative, there is no positive.
Yeah, but do you think do you think a monk lives that way?
I think so. They sort out the things that they deal with every day. Like meditation is hard, so and not only that is that the concept of enlightenment is actually quite difficult because for you to be completely happy, you have to be satisfied of what you got, right? And
I almost put money in the jar.
Oh, you caught yourself. Yeah, boy. That's what I'm talking about.
I feel, and I gotta stop saying that word. I feel because I feel too much. Fuck.
Hey, there's nothing
between
wrong with
I
that,
feel
man.
And I don't know. I'm I'm gonna be fucking broke.
There is nothing wrong with feeling, man.
No, but I think you can be happy with where you're at if you want it to be.
Yeah, it's all internal. Everything is internal. People always think that, I'll find happiness when I'm married. I'll find happiness when I have this. I'll find happiness when someone arrives in my life. Or
some people put out material things, right? Oh, when I buy this house or buy this car, I'll be happy. Or when I can get to this thing. It's a evolving ladder, right? It's constantly changing, right? Like now, if I looked at my life and I was like, when I was a kid and I wanted to buy name brand cereal. Mm-hmm. I mean, I bought tons of name brand cereal. Sometimes I don't even eat cereal anymore. I'm like, what the fuck am I carving up for?
Bro, we're gonna get a lot of cereals when we get this shit blown up.
A lot of we're getting the
Reese's Pieces.
We're getting the family size.
That's my favorite Reese's Pieces, man.
Is it?
Yeah, I like Reese's Pieces.
I can eat a whole box of Fruity Pebbles.
Damn, boy.
In one sitting.
I like Fruity Pebbles too. Yeah.
And I don't even put it in a bowl, bro. I don't even put it in a bowl.
Damn, but how do you eat it?
In a freaking pan.
Bro, what?
Dude, they're like this big.
And you eat it with the fork? Save the milk.
The big ass Slurpee straw.
Yeah.
And number 6.
Go on number 6.
Take the positive.
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Always. Like you said before, I think you said that, even though the moment sucks and it's like kind of negative and, you look back and you're like, fuck, that trip was sucky, or that moment was sucky. Try to grab onto the positives and hold on to it.
It could be anything.
Anything.
It could be you found a sandwich shop you liked.
Yeah.
Or coffee was good.
Mm-hmm. And then just one moment, like, there was a shitty person, but you don't identify that whole moment with just that one person or something crazy.
I always now try to put like shitty encounters with people in like in a perspective where I don't know what their whole day was like or what they went through, right?
Yes, like sometimes you empathize with them, like, oh, maybe they're having problems at home, or maybe
Traffic sucked, or they fucking got an accident here. Or it could be anything, right?
yeah, anything.
Yeah.
But it's crazy how nowadays a lot of people try to find ways to get offended, but sometimes
You feel like that or what?
I feel like that sometimes, especially triggered. Triggered. That's the new word. Triggered. Everybody gets triggered. Everybody gets so offended about the things that you say or do. And
Dude, what?
And what's crazy is you're just doing the things that you won't like.
Dude, when the first whole mask mandate thing started,
Oh gosh, man.
dude, people were like, stay home, stay safe. Oh my God, the number of people that unfriended me, I'm like, what? Peace.
But that's how you know that it sorts out the people that is actually with you in your life, right?
Well, I think it also makes you realize, like, did those people, do they bring value or just wait?
Yeah. Or did they actually give you a silver lining in your life? Did they serve the purpose?
Because if someone brings value, it's great. But if someone just brings weight, you don't want to carry that shit.
No, bro. Fucking cut it off.
That's what I think you have to realize, that, like, is it bringing value or weight? And then you got to make the decision. Like, hey, man, I don't need this extra weight.
Yeah. One thing that I like, I heard it was from DMX. He said, trust a person's character. If they're a snake, trust that snake.
But you got to say it like he said it.
I can't imitate.
What's the
DMX.
quote he said?
He said, trust a person's character. So if you see a snake, trust that snake. Know that it will bite you and it's poisonous. And if you see like any type of thing, like like a rat, trust that rat. If you see
dog. He said like this, dog.
Say it.
He said, always trust everyone to be themselves, but trust in the fact that you see them well.
Woo! There you go.
Fuck, that was my best DMX.
R.I.P. man.
R.I.P. I know. I love DMX.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
He was real, but his songs were like fucking gangster.
Yeah, he's like the only fucking dude. He was authentic.
He was real, right?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like you could hear it in his voice.
And then like when I would work fights and stuff, and like people, I'm like, every time you hear a DMX song, you're like, you
get pumped,
dude. That's a song to fight, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Any song.
X gonna give it to you. Give it to you. Yeah, exactly.
What?
And now only people notice him when he's gone. Like.
Well, that's true for life in general, right?
Yeah. The only moment people realize that you are truly valuable is when you're gone.
But is that how it should be?
It shouldn't be like that.
No.
But that's how people think.
I was watching I don't know what it's called, but it was like it was Kanye West, or I'm sorry, his new name is Yee.
Yee.
He was talking. He was like DJ Easy N or something. Some other guys, but he was talking about like he wants to do so much that his money is not good anywhere. Like where he does so much for other people that when he goes somewhere, his money's not good. And I was like, that's a great concept. And this Kanye, everyone talks, he's a little crazy. He's actually, the interview is really good. I didn't get to see it all because I was on the treadmill when I was watching him, but I thought it was a great concept, like that you do so much for people that people appreciate you, that they don't value your money. They just value your time.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
And like what a great world it would be if we were like that, right?
Oh yeah.
Like I always feel I like to do favors and stuff for people. I don't need shit, man. Yeah. Like sometimes I call people, like if I have your number and it's your birthday, I'll call you on your birthday.
Yeah. Get some sushi.
Fuck, sushi's good. Just anything. Like just call people.
Yeah.
But I think now we live in a world where everybody wants something.
Yeah.
And so you're like always guarded.
They're always guarded.
Yeah.
They're like, oh what? And then what's crazy is that when you do something good, they expect that you would return, like they would, you're expecting something back from them. Like, no, man, like I have so much that I am willing to give you something that,
But it's like that for everything. Networking, like everyone wants some kind of connection for something.
It's that trade mentality, right?
Yeah.
Where like, I don't want this person to have leverage against me.
Yeah, it's something weird, man.
It's like, dude, can it be just like, dude, he's my friend.
This can't be Shibu Nibu going down because you're telling people to buy it.
No, why can't people embrace the concept of like, oh, he's my friend? And if the tables were turned, like for example, if I needed help and if the tables were turned, I would help you too.
It's weird, like So running a business, most people, you know, you always see the quotes, and most people won't support your business, but it's weird how many people won't connect you with people because I feel that they don't want you to succeed.
Yes.
Right. So let's say like,
those are toxic people, man.
fuck no, but there's a lot of them. But so let's say, so you do great. I think you do great art. So you do art, right? And let's say I was like, oh, I'm thinking about doing art.
Yeah.
And then you had a spot where the dude hooks you up for paint canvas or whatever, and I'm like, oh, where do you get your canvases at?
Oh, I know.
You know, and people were like, oh, yeah, well, I just go to Michael's. I'm like, fucking liar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, they can't be like, oh, hey, dude, go see this guy here. He'll hook you up. Right? Yeah. It's so weird. People won't do that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like, if you want to do the same thing as me, cool, dude. Freaking the more the merrier. You know, I'll collaborate with you. So
I don't even care. Like, if someone does better or they outwork you, then that's on you. Right?
Yeah, it's that concept of like, there's always like, it's a competition style mindset. We can't really collaborate with each other.
The problem is people want too much money. They don't want enough money to be happy. They want money to be unhappy. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I know. It's like they want so much that they're like just, you know, a glutton on things that they want.
Yeah.
You know, and not only that, they want to rob other people and be on top of that pedestal.
Yeah.
Competition mindset.
I remember when I was in college, I had a friend whose his family was well off, but he had a Porsche, right? And so he'd let me drive his Porsche, and like the amount of respect you get. And my car in college was a 1986 Chevy Sprint.
Woo!
Like it was a 5-speed car with air conditioning, three cylinders. So when I put the AC on, 2 cylinders.
Yeah, boy.
But I always remember, I never forget it. I would drive his Porsche and stuff, and like the amount of respect, and like people were like, damn, right? And then one day I was driving my little Sprint, you know, and in my head I thought I was in the Porsche, right? And then I was in Long Beach, and I was at a red light, and I was holding my phone because I'm like holding my phone like this because I'm in a stick shift car, right?
With your Nokia.
Yeah, it probably was a fucking Nokia from LA Cellular.
Yeah, boy.
So I had me and my little Nokia, and I was like waiting and these girls walked by, and they looked at me and they started laughing at me, and I was like, what the fuck? And I never forgot that. It's so weird, right? But I held a grudge about it, and I was like, fuck these bitches. Wait till you see my Lambo.
Exactly. Fuck them.
I know, but it's weird though.
Yeah, it's totally weird, but I think that was more of a concept of learning, like, oh, you know, not everybody would think the same way as me, or people will laugh at my shit that I hold valuable.
Do you think grudges get easier or harder the older you get?
Easier.
Yeah. In what sense?
In a sense of maturity, meaning that, you know,
do they become more convoluted though, like the grudge?
Not necessarily, especially if you're a person who actually wants to mature and wants to learn from everything, and know that, okay, those people are still learning in life, you know, and knowing that, oh, you know, like they still don't understand the whole concept of like, oh, you know, I'm just doing my own thing. Yeah,
I feel jar. I'm gonna have an I feel jar, and I don't know a jar.
We're gonna be rich. We're gonna freaking boost up this podcast.
We're gonna get a better table. Woo! I think when you're younger, your grudges are like with people or places or individual things, and then like the older you get, it just becomes like grudges against relationships. You know, because you hear so many people, all they talk about is like breakups and stuff like that.
Yeah,
how much they hate those people, right?
You know what's so crazy? Like, people who have hurt me in the past, especially in breakups per se, I've learned a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like, I've learned a lot that, okay, I shouldn't be doing that because, you know,
I don't even want to ask.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, like, it's very common, especially when you're young, dumb, and full of whatever. You know, you tend to, especially when I was in high school, you know, I tend to follow my gut. You know, so I mean, like, at the same time, you know,
I'm sorry, I just had so many butterflies.
Yeah, I take ownership of the things that I did, and yeah, I got heartbroken. But
hey, we got a caller. I'm just kidding.
If
from high school.
Well, I actually met her. It was freaking crazy. It was weird. It's like, damn, like I met her when I was in Hawaii. But hey, it's whatever. Just, but I totally forgive. You know, I just forgive him. You know, like because for me to dwell on the past of what they did to me, yeah, it's okay to feel that way, but I am not gonna hold on to that, and I'm not gonna identify as that because that's not me.
But do you think? I think back, you know, when we're young, both people make mistakes.
Oh yeah, of
Right.
course, definitely.
And
Yeah.
I think most people play victim.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're both the victim. Both people did something wrong, but it's really one person thinking that they did everything right. The other person did everything wrong.
Yeah, and it switches. It
Yeah.
switches all
Now,
the time.
You do find some people that are amazing, and then you fuck that up.
Yeah,
you know.
you fucked up. And,
Yeah, but I think that's all part of learning. You know.
and then not only that, it makes you learn like, oh, I'm glad I didn't. You know, I got that heartbroken, and then you look at it back in hindsight, and then you start asking questions. One thing that I've learned before, you know, holding a grudge is that I learned how to ask questions and not judge. So you just ask questions and honor that feeling. So you ask it or ask yourself and say like, oh, why am I feeling this way? What happened? Okay, this what happened. Why? And this why? And then, okay, here's my flaws. This is what I did. And then the reaction was theirs. And then next thing you know,
I'm so lost right now.
No. Like you start asking questions, the whys and the how did it happen or all that shit. And then afterwards, you get to the root of it. And then you're like, okay, that's why.
I just think that takes a lot of years to finally figure out what the root cause is,
Yeah.
right? I always look at it like our life is a giant solar system, right? And every interaction you have with a person or place or thing is one world. And just because that world is over doesn't mean there's not 400 other worlds, right? You just got to realize like, okay, let me put that shit on way far into Pluto orbit.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, because it's still going to be in your brain in some point, right? Some capacity. But if it's out in Pluto orbit, you're not going to think about it.
One since you were talking about that, one meme just popped up into my head. So the wife asked the husband, "Hey, is the baby awake?" And then the baby stood up in his crib and said, "Didn't you know that we are just universes experiencing ourselves?" And then the guy was like, "Yep, he's woke."
He's woke. Okay.
So, you know, like, yeah, you're right. We are our own world, and pretty much it's surrounded by our perspective and the consciousness that we have.
Yeah, and your rotation depends on what you do with it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, like, one quote that I always look upon is that you cannot see your reflection. Well, yeah, I just said that, but you know, I see everything as me.
Wait,
So
you
you're
can't- wait.
me. Like, for
I'm
example,
you?
Yeah. So if, for example, one thing that I say, you know, like since you brought up the worlds and the concept of universes and stuff, is that if I chose the same thing as you, like, for example, the choices that you've made, you know, I can become you, but that's not me, you know, but it's a reflection. It's just a reflection.
Okay.
Or just seeing.
I'm totally confused
Okay,
right now.
okay.
I'm-
I'll give you another one. The homeless person could be you if you did the same
If
choices.
I was homeless?
No. The homeless person could be me if I made the same choices as them.
Okay.
That's how you put yourself in their shoes.
Sometimes. I just think everyone's different, right? And we all make different choices, but I don't know.
And the concept of not attaching yourself to the emotions that you have.
Do you
Not
agree with
fully.
that? I don't know.
Not fully attaching. Like, it's okay to hold on a little bit and let go. Because, you know, when you keep holding on to it, like, for example...
Like a grudge or...
Yeah, the grudge.
Oh, okay.
It's an emotion, you know? So if you hold on to it so tight, it's that same thing, same analogy of that professor saying that, okay, hold this glass of water. It's pretty light, right? And then over time, you hold it for like a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and then it gets heavier and heavier. So the more you hold on to it, the longer you hold on to it, you're going to get tired. Your arm's going to cramp up, right? So it's the same thing.
Bro, you can't say that around David Goggins.
Woo! He's like, I'm going to drink 20 more minutes. Stay hard. Well, he's an outlier. You know,
Yeah.
he I like his concept, and he's one of those special human beings that actually like feeds off of people's hate, or like people like he says taking souls. I'm gonna take souls. I like that. I like that concept.
That's proving your haters wrong, I think, for him, right?
Yeah, just taking their souls.
But that can push you, but like unlike grudges, they can push you, but they can drain you.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, certain people are designed for certain things, and I believe he's different, and that the difference is that he's living his true self.
So, like, Psychology Today, okay, has let me see what they call these. Like, these are 5 things how to get over a grudge. Ready?
Go.
Number 1, be the first one to seek reconciliation.
Yes.
Okay. We talk about that.
I've learned that.
Yeah, but I think that's important too, right?
Very
because
important.
at least you can be like, okay, I tried, or I did this, or I admitted my fault.
And not only that, once you try and then you their reply is totally different, or like, for example, if they like just want to disregard you, now you know their full character.
100%.
So trust their character. So meaning that don't trust them again.
It's kind of like that thing that says like, don't forget that a snake sheds its skin every so often, but it's still a snake.
It's
right?
still a snake. Trust their character.
Number 2, recognize your own power in the situation. And it says, if holding a grudge comes from the perception that you must have less power than the other person, stop and examine how the real power differentiates you and them. Equalizing the power dynamic should pave the way to forgiveness.
Yeah.
Number 3, look for commonalities with the person you feel has wronged you.
Yeah, put yourself in their shoes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Number 4, don't let a slight take on a life. Don't let a slight take on a life of its own.
What? I don't get it.
Don't
confused.
let a slight. That grudge you put in your treasure chest will seem more valuable over time. The grudge that you put in your treasure chest will only seem more valuable over time.
So it's like taking shit and put it in a treasure chest.
It's like, no, I think it's almost like your grudge and your garbage, right? You're just putting more trash.
Yeah.
Right? And kind of like the analogy we talked about, now you're carrying all this fucking weight of trash.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So you're just you're thinking you're
and then
owning
it's dragging you. It's dragging you. There you go.
Yeah,
That's
good.
an analogy. Yeah.
Okay, good. Number 5, recognize when your grudge comes out of a rational fear.
Yeah.
Like, I think that happens too. Like, you're scared of getting hurt, or you think someone's like doing you wrong,
or you're gonna protect yourself. So I learned from this person, and I'm gonna hold on to it, and then not talk to them again, and not communicate.
Look at this. It says, to sum it up, it says grudges remain one of the most unpleasant results.
Oh, that's.
Oh, I was gonna say, man.
We got earthquake.
Earthquake. Grudges remain one of the most unpleasant results of interpersonal disputes. Learn how to turn your grudges into reconciliation, and your relationships will be much more fulfilling.
Yeah,
you agree?
I 100% agree. I always say that too.
Yeah,
100%.
Get the 100 jar. We're gonna have so many jars.
100.
Up here.
Yeah, boy. We're gonna be freaking upgrading and shit. We're gonna be having lights in here. Fucking disco.
Wow. We're gonna get some Shure mics and everything, looking cool.
Oh yeah, this is the quote. Now I remembered is that when you seek revenge, dig 2 holes.
One for yourself and one for the other person. That's kind of deep, huh?
Yeah. It's like old school. You know?
Sun Zen, so like something that.
I think it's like a pirate fucking quote. I think so. Yeah, but
Johnny Depp,
Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow. I haven't even seen that movie.
What?
Yeah.
Never seen Pirates of the Caribbean?
Grudge against pirates, bro.
What?
Because I drank too much Captain Morgan.
They drink too much rum.
Too much Captain Morgan. The spiced one.
Here's one other quote that I've written down is weak people seek revenge.
Weak people seek revenge. Okay.
Strong people forgive.
Okay, strong people forgive.
Intelligent people ignore.
Intelligent people ignore. I like that.
They just move on. They're like, whatever. It doesn't matter to me. It doesn't serve a purpose. So I'm gonna keep trucking on. Just move on, because that whole incident or that whole that person doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah,
because they already showed their true colors.
I guess
they don't serve a purpose.
I guess it depends. Like when and when you read those quotes, I guess it depends how close that person, place, or thing is to your inner circle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And so I think the closer, obviously, the bigger the impact. So let's say if it's, let's say a mutual friend from work, you're going to see them at work 8 hours a day. That can be a little difficult, right?
Yeah.
But if you work in 2 different departments and you see them every so often, then you should be able, you should be able to be like, all right, I'm gonna let it go.
Yeah. They say that the people that hurt you the most are the people that are closest to you.
Yes.
So the people that you care about are the ones who's gonna hurt you the most.
Yeah, I like when it said that the people that will hurt you the most look just like you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of weird though, right?
It's true though.
Yeah.
Sometimes people say crazy shit, man.
Yeah.
Words are actually hurtful sometimes, but
so they lied about that sticks and stone thing.
Woo!
Because I think words are worse than sticks and stones sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
I guess it depends on how big the stick or the stone is, but
or a baseball bat.
Yeah, that's a big stick. That's gonna hurt.
What?
Yeah. But I feel. I think grudges are part of life.
Yeah, it is.
It's
a emotion, and therefore you have to acknowledge that it exists.
Like I think road rage is a grudge.
I think so. Yeah.
Right, and then that goes out of control quick if you're not careful.
Yeah, like since now you told me like people cut you off. I just think like I was like, oh, maybe they gotta go somewhere.
That's how I just found my head.
Maybe they gotta use the toilet.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, that guy's on his last 2 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, that turtle is about to come out.
But I think that, but I think that helps you kind of like not escalate the emotions, right?
Yeah, you're de-escalating.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like when I see somebody like, oh man, I know this guy's gonna cut me out, but I'm like, dude, maybe he's late. Maybe he's late to his interview and it's his last one, or his work, or his kid's sick or something. I don't know.
Even though if it's not true, like it's okay.
Don't get me wrong though. I'll yell some shit in my car, but I would never tell him that person.
Yeah, yeah. You're not gonna roll out your dark out windows and
pick up my Lambo door. Hey, put it back down. Dude, I seen a video. I think the guy was in maybe it wasn't a video. Maybe it was somewhere, man. The guy had an expensive car, and he had drove just past on the crosswalk, and the guy walked over his car. Like just walked, like kind of like a dick move, right? Just walked over his car, and the guy looked at me, and he was like, and then I sat there and I was like, see, like here's a dude that's fucking smart, and he's probably like, hey man, I got enough money, not a big deal.
Yeah, yeah. He didn't react.
He didn't react, and I think the other guy was looking for a reaction, right? Because why else would you walk on someone's car?
Yeah, yeah.
And then like the guy just looked at me and went, I was like, oh, fuck.
Oh, well. Yeah, I fucked up.
I read a book. It was like how to talk to anyone or something like that. And one of the big things I took away from it was a female author, and she was talking about that she was going to dinner with a bunch of big wigs at a table, and they were having dinner and talking about business, and the waiter or waitress, I don't know what it was, had dropped some plates and they crashed on the floor. And she says, all the other tables were like, oh yeah, people would like clap. And she says, everyone at this table looked over and just went right back to talking about their business. And she goes, that's what big players do.
Yeah.
They don't worry about everything else that's around them. They just worry about whatever's in their small little circle that matters.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, that's a good takeaway, right?
And not only that, it gives way for the person who messed up to fix the problem. Instead of like, freaking, and then they start like going crazy. They're like, oh shit, like, and then you're giving them a bad day. When you react. Yeah,
and it happens, right?
Yeah, it does happen.
So I took away from them. I'm like, man, that's a really good situation to analyze and think about, like when you're somewhere and someone falls or something, as long as they don't get hurt, right? But like if you had a restaurant, they drop something, just just ignore it, because they drop so many things at restaurants. They know.
Or if like you good, and then they're like, I'm good, okay, then move on.
But if they drop dishes all the time. I used to be a busboy a long time ago.
Yeah. So it's pretty common that, that happens, and accidents do happen. So just, instead of giving them a bad day by reacting to it, just leave them alone.
Yeah.
Or maybe you could offer help if you have the time.
I know some people want help,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
But in general, I don't know.
In general, I would help them. Like,
You would?
Yeah.
You'd go
because I actually empathize with them, and I'm like, oh shit, like he fucking fucked up. So let me just help out a little bit. But sometimes
I would just take everything on my table and throw it on the floor too.
And then sometimes when you help them, they kind of get offended. I don't get that concept though.
Well, I think it's kind of like what you were saying earlier. If they probably get embarrassed, right?
Oh yeah, true. Yeah.
So I think that it is a little bit embarrassing. Like, you know, as long as they're not hurt, you can see like, okay, they're cool. But I was like, in my head when I was reading the book, I can imagine all the people just turning, but like, all right, fucking back to it. You know, it's because I think it's part of that.
Just move on with whatever you're going through. It's the same thing with grudges. You
Yeah,
know, you don't hold on to that shit because it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
you know that moment is lessons learned, and you know who to filter out. You know who to cut off.
Yeah,
you know who's toxic,
and you got options now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, let's say someone has your phone number you fucking hate, change your number.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, that's okay. But I'm saying
block them.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Block them.
Yeah, you can block them. Yeah, you can do either way, but you have options, right?
Yeah.
You can like don't follow them. So fuck it, cut everyone up, start a new page. Do whatever you need to do. I think you should do whatever you need to do without having to justify it to other people. Like, do whatever you have to do to keep yourself whole.
Yeah, and you know you have to protect yourself at all costs, because if your mental state is off, you're not gonna be all there, man. You're not gonna be
that trash bag.
Yeah, you're not
gonna be heavy.
Yeah, you're not gonna live your life to the fullest. You're just gonna constantly drag, and it's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help you progress. It's not gonna help you grow. It's just gonna, you know, you're just gonna be dead weight.
Dead weight. Yeah.
So how do you help people to get out of that rut?
Well, if we're talking about if I had to give you a mental note about grudges, I think one of the most important things you can do is buy a book, buy a journal, write your thoughts, write down your grudges like every day. Like if it's bothering you every day, write something down about it every day. And then if you have your journals about that grudge, you got a fucking big problem, right?
Yeah, you got to ask questions. Like,
you
why?
got to ask questions. You got to make sure you understand that, understand what your culpability is, what theirs is.
Get to the root of it.
Yeah, get to the root.
And empathize too, and put yourself in their shoes.
Or, and let's say you were at fault, then admit that and just try to be a better person.
Yeah,
right?
Own up to it, and then not only just apologize, but also reconcile with the action. If you did something wrong, do something that changed. You know, change that action.
And just try to be a better person every day.
Definitely. You know, each and every day.
How about you? What do you think? What do you got?
For me, learn how to forgive, because forgiveness is not for them. Don't expect, I'm sorry. Don't expect anything from everybody, because they're just going to disappoint you in the end. So, you got to take that first step. Like you said, you read it in the Googs. Always be the first one to do so. So the first step is to, forgive them. Forgive them for what they did. Maybe they're dealing with something at the moment, and then they reacted that way because, something's going on at home. Or, you said something that triggered them. Yeah. And, you got to own up to that too.
Don't downplay your involvement.
Yeah, don't downplay your involvement, because it takes two to have a whole scenario.
Benji.
Yeah. and always know that
I'm going to get the jar for your
There
ass.
you go. So forgiveness is not for them, it's for you. It's to actually, so that trash bag analogy, you're taking out the trash. Yeah. And then you're making room for other things to move in, like good things, happy things, positive things, things that will help you grow and move on in life and actually be a better person and be a kinder person. So, forgiveness is a lot. And know that everything's a reflection.
It's almost like a lawn, right? Mm-hmm. If you plant a seed and you grow your lawn and you water it and you take care of it, it looks good. Yeah. If you stop taking care of it, you get weeds, the grass dies, looks like my backyard. Then you got to climb this big hill to get it back to where it was before. So
your mind is like a garden. Whatever you grow in it and whatever you water is the ones.
I thought you were going to say your mind is like a trash bag.
Nah. Okay. Your mind is like a garden. So whatever you plant, what grows. So if you're growing weeds, if you're planting weeds,
growing
Yeah,
weed.
if you're
People
growing
will be like,
weeds,
what? I'm growing weed. Man.
yeah, for 20.
My mind is Olive Garden, unlimited
Yeah.
breadsticks.
Yeah, I always see as that. So whatever you water, whatever you invest your time in, that's what's gonna grow.
Yeah.
So if you
especially in your brain, right?
yeah, so if you hold a grudge, I think you're growing shit.
Yeah.
So like just let that go, man.
Yeah. Let it go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plow that field. Start over.
Woo! Use it as fertilizer.
Yeah. All right,
yeah,
man.
boy.
See you guys later.
Later.